Hello folks, this is part 1 of my 4th strategy video, basically showing you how to use anti-units in combination with the locusts. I'll be playing as the Arbiter in an online 2v2 match, and I'll almost single-handedly beat 2 opponents, both of whom are playing as the Prophet of Regret. As you can see, I have 36 skill in this playlist, which I recently increased to 39, since I played this game a while ago. As you can see, we'll be playing on Terminal Moraine, which is by far my favorite map. It has 2 reactors, 4 open building slots, and multiple bases. It also has a lot of resources, which is what I like about it. First off, you're going to want to build a temple, and then 1 or 2 warehouses. And then send your ghost off to get resources. It's recommended to take the resources farther away from your base, near the enemy's base first, because that way you're taking the enemy's resources. The ghost is just hitting a few bumps here, that's why it's bouncing. I built the temple first, because as soon as it's done, you're going to get your Arbiter to get resources, because he gets resources a lot faster than the ghost does. As you just saw, I'm facing 2 captains who are playing as the Prophet of Regret, both of them, and my ally is a recruit, and he's playing as Captain Cutter. Right here I'm setting the Arbiter to get resources by holding down X over the next place you want him to go. Now we're going to speed things up a little because I'm just gathering resources for the first few minutes.
Let me go.
Seriously, even the Arbiter sounds like he just exited the womb. Okay, so as you just saw, I made another warehouse and I upgraded the other one. And I sent my ghost right here to take the 2 empty building slots on this map. It's always really important to take advantage of any special features on a map. Okay, I'm just upgrading all my warehouses that I make, because normally I might rush using another civilization like the Prophet, but the Arbiter is really not very good for rushing. Okay, I slowed things down for you a bit here, and I'm going to build a summit in my 5th building slot. I either usually build a summit for planes or barracks for infantry. I rarely use raids, because I don't think they're that good.
Your command.
Warehouse complete.
As you command. Ready to serve. Right now. I am here.
Now my enemies have the bright idea of double team wraith rushing my ally, so I'm just going to get my Arbiter out of there so he doesn't die, and I'm going to research Defiant Rage, which is definitely the most important upgrade for him because it heals him every time he kills a unit. Now I'm going to speed this up again and keep scouting for resources. I'm going to upgrade my last warehouse to Blessed. Get my ghost out of there. This is pretty much the only use my ally has in the game, is they luckily rushed him first before they rushed me. I probably would have been able to stop the rush since I'm making Banshees, which are good versus Wraiths, and I would have used my Arbiter Spaz mode. My ally obviously isn't very good. 5 supply pads, no reactor. Genius.
All units.
Here comes my half-ass attempt at trying to protect my ally. Gonna use my Arbiter's ninja mode. Just start owning some units. There are only a few things that can beat the Prophet or the Arbiter. Other hero units, jackals, or strong units that he can't kill very fast to heal, like wraiths or tanks. Another strategy that could have been used in this case would be a counteroffensive against their base while their forces were attacking my ally. That might have worked too. I really don't want my Arbiter to die because I need him to defend my base. I'm not going to lose everything defending my ally. Now we're going to speed this up a little again. This always makes me laugh.
I am here.
Now I'm just going to keep pumping out Banshees, because I assume they're going to come after me next.
Banshee, ready for order. No more waiting. Warehouse upgrade.
Here I was trying to take out that one Wraith with no health left, but they upgraded to heavy shield right at that moment, so.
Banshee, here.
I also recommend always know what your enemy's building so you can counter it by making units that are good versus it. Because there's a triangle in this game where aircraft beat vehicles, vehicles beat infantry, infantry beat aircraft. So by making airplanes, they're good versus vehicles. So. And there's also the anti-units that are really good versus a specific type of unit. Now, I usually scout the enemy's base every 1 to 2 minutes, but I did this game a while ago, so...
I'll get there.
As you can see, my ally is trying to take that base, because his base is pretty much done. So I'm sending a few Banshees to help him out.
Factory complete. Enemy engagement.
Show me where. Engaging. Banshee, ready.
Okay, I'm finally upgrading my base to Citadel, which gives it 2 more building slots. I probably should have done this earlier, but I was expecting an attack sooner. Another good strategy here would have been to build a shield generator and send all your units to go after an enemy while their units were away,
Citadel upgrade complete.
because the shield generator would hold them off long enough. So I'm just building a shield generator now, and I'm going to continue pumping out rates. I mean, Banshees.
Banshee, in the air. Show me where.
Okay, let's speed this up
No
again.
more waiting. I will. Very well. What is needed? Banshee, ready. Waiting for instruction. Show me.
Right now I'm just going to spread out my Banshees a little bit, so they're not all together in one group. Because I've had it happen that the Prophet walks up when I'm not looking and beams to death my entire army. That's why I usually keep my base locked down.
Waiting for instruction.
As you can see, I just also made a barracks. So, in case they pump out any infantry units, like you see there, the Jackals, because I can use Jackals to counter those infantry units.
All
I'll just make
units.
more Jackals.
As you say.
So they obviously aren't coming after me next. They're going to try to finish off my ally.
Banshee,
So I'm going to go back him up with my Banshees. The good thing about my ally's base that he has now is that it's really easy to defend, because there's sniper towers, and the bridge that leads there isn't on half the time. So
as you wish.
it's too bad the enemy's Jackals took the sniper towers before he did, though. That's the only problem.
Enemy engagement.
I'm going to start now making a mixture of hunters and jackals, because the hunters can take out the vehicles and the jackals can take out the infantry. The good thing is, and say he's making vampires to kill my whole army of planes, is that if you make any mistakes, the Arbiter can usually even out the tables by just destroying all those planes, because he can take on a small army by himself easily, as long as it's not made up of jackals. Okay, while I was talking, I just advanced the Age of Doubt, and I also deleted my summit to create a factory so that I could build locusts.
Very well.
Because I really can't compete forces-wise with them, because it's kind of a 2-on-1 since my ally has nothing.
Local units.
So if I take out their bases quickly with locusts, they should be able to stop them.
Local units.
I'm really not sure why this guy is still making raids. I assume it's because my ally is making infantry or something. If I were him, I'd be making vampires, that's for sure. Also, most units can move while shooting, so I recommend doing that, because otherwise the Prophet's God Power would have decimated my force right now. And it also helps because normal units will miss more often. Okay, right now I'm just gonna separate my force so the beam can't get all of them. Moving some to the side. Man, that beam is just destroying me.
Local units.
At last.
Local units.
Away.
Also, whenever you're using locusts, upgrade for the overdrive ability, because it makes them destroy buildings 2 or 3 times faster. I really don't need a factory out here, so I thought I'd make a summit. I don't think I used it at all, though. I'm also going to research Spiteful Rage, which makes the Arbiter's Rage mode a lot cheaper. Man, I forgot those wraiths got across the bridge like 2 minutes ago.
Overdrive.
Man, this is like babysitting, I swear. Okay, this is the end of part 1. See the final half where I finish this game by clicking on the video response below.